Radio Project One.
Live bij Ineos.
Het spreekt voor zich dat er voor Project One een nauwe samenwerking nodig is tussen de haven van Antwerpen en Ineos. Straks ontvangen we Jacques Vandermeiren, de CEO van de Port of Antwerp-Bruges. En er is nu ook bezoek Johan Klaps. Good morning.
Good morning.
Vice Mayor for the Port and Economy. How are you today?
Well, fine. This is a beautiful day. The sun is shining.
Yeah.
It's a little cool, but this is a very nice day.
You can't always have it both ways. I mean, it's a bit on the colder side, but we've got the sunshine.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to my skiing holidays next week. So I like sun and cool. So.
Yeah. What are your impressions when entering this construction site?
Well, it's truly amazing. I mean, you just basically see progress every day here. And to think that all these parts here are manufactured all over the world, come here by ship, it's really incredible. The size, is so enormous. It's like puzzle pieces, but then on a different scale.
Yeah, absolutely. The modular building as well. And as you say, it's hard to really fathom that magnitude of it, except by being here, by really experiencing it at the site itself. Today we're expecting the next furnaces to arrive here on site. You witnessed the arrival of the first furnaces in the port of Antwerp. What was it like to see that?
Well, that was amazing as well. I mean, it was a very foggy day, so we were on a different ship. Waiting for the arrival, and then suddenly, out of the mist, I mean, it was almost like a movie. I mean, they appeared. It is incredible. I mean, just they were right up next to us from one moment till the next. So it's probably the most spectacular thing I ever saw on a boat.
Yeah, and now you can see them on site. How is to see them now in their place on site where they had to be?
Yeah, I thought this morning, hey guys, I know you. I've seen you before, but now you're where you should be. This is where production needs to start next year, I hope. So very happy that all went well, because I mean it's so gigantic. I was a bit worried, really. I mean, how can this get here from another side of the world without any accidents? So very happy to see them here.
Absolutely. Now, you're now almost 5 months alderman of the port and in charge of the largest territory of the city of Antwerp. What did you learn about the port that maybe surprised you?
Well, maybe the most peculiar thing is that I noticed that a lot of people in the city don't really know anything about the port.
No, absolutely. I'm from the city as well. I don't know much about the port, to be honest.
If you don't work here yourself, you never come here.
Yeah.
You don't see the activity. You don't grasp the magnitude, the enormity of what is happening here. I mean, this is 7.7% of our Flemish BNP that's being produced here. People just don't know. So what we aim to do is get more awareness for the people to know what the port is like. Because if you don't know what's happening here, well, the port doesn't come to mind if you're looking for a job, for example. And we need so many people here. So that's one of my key focus areas these years.
I understand. What do you like about the job?
Can I be honest?
Yeah, I'd rather you be honest.
Everything. I mean, this is the job of a lifetime. I mean, the opportunity to get to know all these different companies, all these different industries, to be right at the heart of our economy. I had my own small company for about 20 years. I was an entrepreneur, so I know what it's like to run a business, but not on this scale, of course. And there's so many things, but together we can make it work, and this is what we need. We need for the port to move forward. We need for the companies in the port to move forward, and I'm just so glad that I can be a small part of that and help them where I can.
Johan Klaps, what would you like to realize within this legislation?
Well, I'll of course advocate for a lot of necessary legislation on European level, on federal level, on Flemish level, wherever possible. The small part we can do is what I just mentioned, is to get the people of the city to realize the enormity and the importance of the port. We'll open Havenwereld next year, which is a new center right between the city and the port, where students, but also tourists, and also the people from Antwerp themselves can get to learn, can get to know more about the port. So this is what we need to do in order to create the awareness, and that is something that we can do on a city level. So this is together, by the way, with the province of Antwerp, but also with a lot of the support of a lot of companies in the port to do this. So that's going to be a main focus, and I'll invite you everyone for the opening next year.
Yeah, talking about that importance, that awareness that you're stressing of the port. How important then in the magnitude of the port is the chemical industry, and how does this project play a part in it?
Antwerp is the largest chemistry port in Europe. We're the second only to Houston in the States. So I mean, without chemistry, we wouldn't have a port. Basically, this is our main job. I mean, it's about 100,000 jobs. And 33% of our exports. So the figures are staggering. Chemical sector is vital for our economy. So we need to support it whatever we can. And you know, of course, that the economy isn't too great at the moment for the chemistry sector. So all focus, all attention should go there. That's what we talked about with Ursula von der Leyen on the clean industrial deal. We need this sector to move forward and to stay in Antwerp.
You've been sharing a lot of information and sharing messages during this talk. Is there a message you would like to share to everyone on site, everyone listening at this project or other sites?
Well, I do really, and it's quite simple, but I think it's also important to stress this. I mean, just thank you. Thank you for your continued commitment. I know this process hasn't been easy. We've been at it for a long time, but projects like these contribute to our prosperity. So this is a perfect example of projects that we need in the port. Thank you.
Final question for you: what song would you like us to play on the radio? No, now he's excited to answer the question. No, here it comes.
Well, I'm not the big connoisseur of music, but I've chosen a Flemish band. We are in Flanders, but it's not just any band, because they provided the soundtrack of a television series. It's been a while, but I'm not so young anymore. Kinderen van de Wind. It was a fiction series about life in the port. That ran on television here some 15-20 years ago. But the band is called Lemon. Their most famous song is called Summer Ghost, but they also have a song called Chemistry. And I didn't want to miss that opportunity today.
Absolutely, a very fitting song. Absolutely, Chemistry by Lemon. Johan Klaps, the Vice Mayor for the Port and Economy. Thank you very much for the visit, and enjoy the sun today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Radio Project One.
Project One, live from Antwerp.
Let's have another chat about that perfect marriage between Project One and the Port of Antwerp. With me here in the studio we have none other than the CEO of Port of Antwerp-Bruges, Jacques Vandermeiren. Welcome.
Good morning, eigenlijk zo.
Good morning. Welcome in our beautiful studio here. First time on site?
No. We, as you may know, we are building a quay wall next to this magnificent, beautiful thing that you have today. So I was here before, yeah. But every time I come and I see this from the road, it's really impressive.
Do you see the changes? Because you come here often, yeah?
Yeah, I counted the cranes. I think I stopped on number 15.
I can't tell you how many, because that's a question that I'm going to have in a quiz we're playing. How does Port of Antwerp-Bruges contribute to Project One?
Well, we are the landlord, so we own the land, and it's always important to see what the one to whom you give the land for a few decades will do. And it's impressive to see what Ineos is considering doing here. That's the first thing. Second thing, we are the operator, so we build infrastructure like quay walls, and it's not a small one. It's more than 1 kilometer length, so that this site is accessible from the water side and accessible for all kind of vessels during the construction phase when the furnaces came in, but also during the operational phases. So that's a second role. And the third is we try to facilitate when there are some issues like permits and things like that. We try to bring people together, like the Dutch provinces, but also all Flemish agencies, administrations, ministers, to make things happen. So, and that was necessary, and hopefully we will be able to continue doing this so that this site can enter in operation as soon as possible.
So that was one of the reasons why you're working together on this project. And how does it fit in your strategy towards climate neutral port?
Well, not only for a climate neutral port, but I think this investment is enormously important for Europe. It's the proof that we can still invest in Europe, and that you have companies still believing in Europe, because this kind of facility, you can easily build them in the United States, in China, or in the Middle East.
It's very important now with Donald Trump in the States.
It's 20 years that we didn't have such kind of investment. So with the clean industrial deal, we think we have a momentum here in Europe, where we try to rebalance the Green Deal ambitions with competitiveness. So it's important to have a real case where there is a European company investing in Europe and proving that it's still possible. We have all the contractors here. Most of them are European companies. All the employees that will work here are European people. So we have the brains. But we were a bit naive over the last decades, hoping and believing that cheap energy will come naturally. And then we discovered that Mr. Putin had some other ideas for Europe. Defense was an issue, because we believe that the Americans will do this forever and for free. And now we realize that we have to do things differently in Europe. And then it's important to have the real front runners, the innovators like Ineos, building this kind of infrastructure, which is a brand new one, bringing the best available new technologies in Europe. And it will be a flywheel for all the other ones, the neighbors here around Ineos, hoping that they will copy, and that we, instead of having stranded assets in 10 or 20 years here in Europe, we will have the brand new infrastructure and installations, and able and capable to make ethylene, propylene, and other things that are really crucial for the energy transition in Europe ourselves, and not relying on other countries and continents for this kind of needed...
We have to be proud of Europe. We have to unite in Europe. It's very, very important thing, I think.
More than ever. And that's
more than ever.
What I feel here when you discuss with people, everyone is very proud of being a member of this project.
Yeah, that's normal, I think. What a project. On a lighter note, we know you like to cook.
Yeah.
Cooking and chemistry are related. Do you also notice that behind your cooking pots?
On a different scale, of course. But of course, if you want to be successful in a kitchen, every cook will tell you that temperature is important, and the sequence of your ingredients, because things don't interact naturally. So you have to keep a few things in mind. Yeah.
But do you improvise or do you strictly follow the recipe?
Well, I prefer not doing the desserts, and then you have probably the answer. Doing desserts, then you have to be strict in everything. So I prefer to be more innovative, like the famous Sergio Herman.
Okay, with a personal touch.
Yeah.
Very personal touch. What song can we play for you?
Well, in these turbulent times, it's more than ever important to give a bit of hope to the people, and especially the younger generation. So every day is a party, in my opinion. So I'm an optimist by design or by nature. So viva la vida, because life is beautiful, and you can enjoy every little thing in life, like this moment, having a nice conversation, a smile on the face, and things like that. So viva la vida more than ever. And Chris Martin was one of my favorite singers, and the rock band in the 90s, because I'm quite old, as you can see. So the 90s were a beautiful decade, and they are still around.
They're still around in 2025, so we're going to listen to Coldplay. Life's a party, that's true. We have to celebrate every day.
Thank you, Alexander.
Look here in the studio and the sun on this beautiful Project One. Thank you very much, Jacques Vandermeiren.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Radio Project One.
Live by Ineos.